Alright boys, today I want to talk about a few easy investments that don't need much monitoring, market timings or greater market knowledge. So we are going a little bit beginner friendly today. But I'm also giving some interesting takes on the market that might interest you. As usual, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Do your own research, you know the drill. Let's first explore and clarify what characteristics those quote-unquote easy investments need to have. Before we get right into it, a very quick and very friendly reminder that I'm giving away 200 Paris capsules of your choice at 2k subs. So if you want to win those, subscribe to the channel, comment and like the video. Enough plugging for now, let's continue. First, an easy investment should of course be profitable in the mid to long term, which in my eyes is like 8 to 18 months for the midterm. Everything above that I'm personally considering long term, at least in CS market terms. So everything I'm mentioning, I'm assuming to be profitable in about a year already, starting from today. Furthermore, an easy investment should have lower risk than average associated with it. Meaning we don't gamble on any updates from Valve, for example, that could also negatively impact our items return on invest in the long term. Next up for an easy investment should be the minimal required effort to get into the positions, to maintain the portfolio itself, and to exit your positions. High liquidity, meaning the item is bought and sold frequently, is also important to reduce the effort to sell whenever you feel like it's a good time to sell. We would also need somewhat stable investments, as we are not looking to extensively research our items to always be aware of what's happening when the price suddenly drops. If we see prices crashing more than what we are comfortable with and are not sure or aware of potential good reasons behind the decline, it could lead to panic selling, which of course we want to avoid with easy beginner-friendly investments. Having those ground rules set, let's figure out what you can take a look at. First up, my personal favorite are tournament stickers and capsules. Even though Paris in general is my biggest position right now, you might want to ignore the most recent Paris sticker capsules at least, because those are the capsules that have the most risk associated with it. I know that's a mostly unpopular opinion right now, but if you want to play it very safe and do not want to put in the time and effort to regularly monitor your investments, I probably personally go with Antwerp or Stockholm capsules instead for now. Of course, with those we do limit our return on investment, but we also could reduce risk. On the bright side for Paris, if you get in rather early, meaning in the next few weeks, you will have a good entry, given they are still very cheap on buff. So even though they could be crashing with Copenhagen or even sometime before because of investors getting out of their positions, they could be a good addition to your portfolio right now. But I do believe for more safe investments, you want to turn your eyes to Antwerp or Stockholm. But that's very debatable, of course, given Paris prices are still pretty good right now. If you go with Antwerp or Stockholm, we of course would limit our return on invest. But I think the safety here is more important, especially for beginner investors. Paris will very likely see decent dips before Copenhagen when investors try to de-risk and cash out some profits, which is why I'd not necessarily say Paris is an easy investment. Given we want to fulfill most of the earlier stated characteristics, look towards demanded capsules with unique and popular stickers inside of them that have a lower than average supply listed. Listed supply does not necessarily mean those capsules were bought or invested in the fewest, but the listings do give a decent indication for the basic research we want to aim at here. For stickers, I'd say go for maybe glitter ones with lower than average supply, decent application demand from teams that aren't very likely to make the next tournament. For holos, I'd turn my eyes towards Stockholm or Antwerp once again, especially those that do not have borderless alternatives and still have decent return on investment potential. For those I would still be careful. Just because they are cheap right now doesn't mean they will have crazy returns in the long run. Because if they have been out for some time, if they are not at the price that you want them to be, that probably has a reason. Moving on from stickers and capsules, next up would be the most classic and most obvious investment in my opinion, that being certain cases. Historically, they have been rather insane investments, with none actually failing in the long term. Of course, there will be downtrends in the market, even for cases, but previous case investors are eating pretty good right now. Having almost 40 cases to choose from, which are we thinking have the best risk to reward potential? Depending on your budget, you can go with more expensive ones, for example, previous discontinued operation cases. For the lower budget, I'm thinking going for rare pool cases that hover around the $1 price point. Case investing really isn't rocket science if you don't want to go too deep. Make sure you somewhat know the basic principles like drop chance, most sought after items in the case, supply estimates, and case alternatives that hold the same items, and you should be fine. Let's dive into the next section of historically rather easy and efficient investments, which are discontinued low-tier trade-up material skins. As of November 2023, we have a few options to explore here. First, we can patiently wait for a new operation exclusive collection to stock up on fillers in case there are amazing reds or pinks to be traded up to. It of course always helps if there are good play skins in the pink, classified or purple restricted tiers. For a little bit less risk of crazy supply, you can go with collections that are already discontinued. Depending on the budget, the liquidity and the effort you want to put in, you can decide whether to get consumer, industrial or mil-spec ones. For investing specifically, I probably focus on those, even though there's a lot of beautiful play skins on the higher tiers. However, those play skins probably won't have the same returns. Other honorable mentions for the easy investments would be older, popular play skins to buy on any significant dips, or even patches that I'm honestly not really knowledgeable about and could be risky given we don't know Valve's roadmap for patches or agents. We will very likely see new agents with the new operation, which could increase the prices of patches, but the risk is there for the Copenhagen Major to release new team patches that could definitely crash previous released ones. I've tried to purposefully be a little bit more vague in this video, not to influence your choices too much. Feel free to let me know if you like it better if I'm more vague instead of precisely naming the items I'm thinking of. Those easy investments we talked about today will naturally not provide the highest return compared to the ones that require more extensive research and timings, but they are a good starting point to create your CS investing inventory with. If you liked the video, please like the video. Find out what my investment predictions for the remainder of the year are right here in this video. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe, and let me know your favorite investment right now, and I'll see you in the next one.